Welcome to this visit with Kevin Conkin, who's the co-director of transportation for Springdale Schools, also the assistant director for support services. And Kevin, you're getting ready for a very unusual year, and transportation is high on the list of just about every parent's concern. Well, what's the first thing you would say to parents as you think about transporting their kids to school this year?
I'm going to tell you first off, Rick, welcome back. We're so excited to have you.
Right.
And we're going to make this as normal and as safe as you can imagine.
Okay. Next up is bus routes and times. How do parents get information on their bus routes and times for their students?
They're going to go to the school, to the website at www.sdale.org. And then they can click on transportation, put their address in, and it will give you the route and time. A lot of the routes and time this year, we do have somewhat of a little bit of a driver shortage, which can be expected, Rick.
Sure.
That some routes may be affected, as far as times go. So most of the routes will remain and stops will remain where they were last year.
Okay. And what would a parent need to know about while their student is waiting for the bus?
We need to make sure, because it is a requirement, we have a temporary policy in place for wearing face masks. So we need to make sure that those faces are covered with the face mask. And Rick, I don't know about you, but it took me a while to get used to that thing.
That's
So
right.
I understand the students as well. But we are required to wear a mask on the bus. And at the bus stop, we need to social distance at 6 feet. That's recommended by the CDC, by the governor, by Arkansas Department of Health. So we need to make sure that we keep those things in place.
Okay, very good. All right, now the bus pulls up. What about loading the bus?
Okay, first off, and we'll just kind of go through the scenario here. We want the students to have their face mask on. We have installed hand sanitizer stations in the stairwell of the bus. So we would like for them to get a squirt of hand sanitizer and rub it in real well. And then we're going to be assigning seats on the bus. Assigning the seats is going to be a little bit longer process. It'll happen within the first 2 weeks of transportation to where we get these seats assigned so that we can accommodate every student.
Very, very good. Okay, you've told them their seat. It's time to sit down. What are the expectations while they're actually being transported?
The expectation is primarily the hand sanitizing, hand washing, and the face mask. We understand that students, we understand, being a father myself, that students will sometimes forget their mask or leave it or drop it. So the driver has some disposable face masks, Rick, on the bus with them. So they will hand that student a face mask. And I want parents to be mindful that these are disposables. In other words, not to be worn more than one day, I would say. And if this becomes a problem, then we'll probably notify the building and let them help with this matter to reassure that the student has a mask.
Every student's going to be issued two washable masks by the district. So what you're hoping is that they wear them at school, take them home. But if they don't, you've got them covered.
We've got a backup plan. We want to see our students back in school, Rick.
Very, very good. Okay, big question for parents. How do we make sure the buses are sanitized?
We're really fortunate here in Springdale because our custodial department, Rick, has stepped up and said, hey, we're going to do deep cleaning twice a day. And when I mean that, they're going to clean, wipe down, and sanitize the bus at midday and at nighttime. And we get a lot of questions on, well, what about in between your elementary and secondary runs? Well, the drivers, and I brought a little visual aid, Rick. I know you like visual aid.
Yep.
This is going to be a bottle of Fresh 15. Now, it is a food grade, FDA approved sanitizer. So,
Very good.
so this will be sprayed down in between runs and secondary and elementary routes.
Very, very good.
And
Okay.
we do want to that we have some of the windows open as well. I think that was kind of one of the requirements with the CDC. So when it's possible.
Okay. When it's possible leads right to the next question. What about when there's inclement weather?
Our inclement weather policy has not changed this year, and we always ask our students if it looks like rain or raining, you know, we want you to have an umbrella, raincoat, or whatever. Same way with cold weather. Make sure you have your coat on when it's cold, because these are things that we cannot foresee. But just always be prepared.
Okay, so they're prepared. They've come. All these things have worked out perfectly. Now it's time to go home. What about expectations on that drive home?
When you're at your building and loading the bus, we're going to go through this the same way as we did with our morning pickup. We would like for you to, we're going to require and like for you to wear your face covering or your mask, as I call them. And we have the hand sanitizer. So we'd like for you to put that hand sanitizer on again, and then be seated in your assigned seat, Rick.
Okay, very good. All right, and what else would you like to say to parents today?
I would like to say thank you for letting us serve your students. We are so excited to have them back here in our schools at Springdale. We've missed them. And also, due to driver shortage, and I'll make this quick, if you're interested in driving a bus, and we so desperately need this, that you can contact us at 479-750-8830 or apply on our school website at www.sdale.org.
And if someone wants to drive a bus, Springdale makes it pretty easy, don't you? You even train them, don't you?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We train you. You'll pick up your packet at the DMV, and that's one thing we can't do for you, but we will also reimburse you for that packet once you get through the process. Once you pass the test, you can come see us first, Rick, and we'll walk you through this is the best thing, and help you with any information or questions that you have. And like Rick said, I'm Kevin Conkin. You come see me down at the bus barn, and we'll help you get your CDL.
Okay, there it is. Those of you who like some part-time work, bus driving is great. Get to hang out with kids. It's a wonderful thing to do. Thanks to Kevin for the information he supplied today. We hope you've enjoyed the information and that your child is ready for school on August the 24th.